Good morning, Georgia Tech. I'm Kayla Perry, and we are live here at Channel 1520 News at 9:05. Today's story is about the leopard gecko. Lizards are the only amnio that can spontaneously regenerate spinal cords. Recent studies with geckos could lead to successful recovery of spinal cord injuries. Dr. Vicarious and PhD candidate Emily Gilbert discovered the type of stem cell behind the tail regrowth in the hopes of discovering ways to treat spinal cord injuries in humans. The gecko's spinal cord has stem cells known as radioglia, which are inactive until the tail falls off, when it signals the creation of new proteins and begins proliferating in response to the energy. For more on this, let's go to Aditi with the figures. To you, Aditi.
Thank you, Kayla. As you can see in this diagram, the spinal cord passes through the entire body of the gecko down into the tail as well. Upon cross-section tail analysis of the original tail and the regenerated tail, we noticed a few variations. In the original tail, the organization of white and gray matter and the ependymal layer strongly resembles a mammalian spinal cord. However, the organization is vastly different in the regenerated tail, which is comprised of descending nerve tracts and a prominent ependymal layer surrounding the central canal and a lack of gray matter. Gray matter contains the neuromachinery necessary to operate the limbs. Geckos selectively abandon their tails below their lower limbs, so there is no need to functionally impact limbs in the regenerated tail. This poses complications for medicinal applications in human spinal cord injuries, because our regenerated spines need to be able to affect motion in limbs. Interestingly enough, there's also a cartilaginous cone surrounding the spinal cord. We know that there is more proliferation in cartilaginous cells, so it makes sense that this feature is not present in the original tail.
Thank you, Aditi. Now let's go to our scientific expert, Dr. Hansen, in the lab. Dr. Hansen, could you tell us more about this regeneration?
Hi, Kayla, and thanks for the introduction. Yes, the Eubularius macularis, or leopard gecko, has the uncanny ability to regenerate their spinal cord when they regrow their tails. The process by which these reptilian regenerators rebuild their spinal cord has implications in the medical treatment of humans with spinal injuries. My coworkers at the University of Guelph have applied the pulse chase analysis to the original and regenerated tails, resulting in the discovered presence of a pluripotency agency, SOX2, which is found in gray matter. Unfortunately, humans lack these radioglial cells, so our injury response is to develop scar tissue. Gecko injury response demonstrated a lack of scar tissue, resulting in a new tail lacking the gray matter. To confirm this absence, the cells were immunostained with neuronal biomarkers, indicating that gray matter is present in the original tail, but not in the regenerated tail. The data indicated that gray matter presence and scar tissue absence impacts the regeneration process, supporting our hypothesis. We still have so much to learn from our scaly counterparts. We should look into the process by which geckos make new brain cells to see if there's any potential application for human neuroregeneration. Currently, my friends over at the University of Guelph are further investigating the process of healing wounds without the formation of scar tissue. While this research process seems extensive, the applications are limitless. Back to you, Kayla.
Thank you, Dr. Hansen, for that lovely explanation. Now we have our
Hey Kayla, I'm here today at PetSmart to talk to George the leopard gecko about how he does it. So George, any comments?
Jo, jeg begynder Bob Python. Jo, jeg begynder Bob Python. Jo, jeg begynder Bob Python. Jo, jeg begynder Bob Python.
Alright, thank you very much, George. Back to you, Kayla.
field reporter Anya on the scene with a real live gecko. Anya, how does he do it? Today on 1520 News, we learned about the tail and spinal cord regeneration in geckos. The site where the tail breaks off undergoes wound healing and regeneration of the tail that involves cell proliferation, tissue differentiation, and eventually the establishment of a replacement appendage. Thanks to the activation of radioglial cells in the neural tube. What could this mean for spinal cord injury treatment in humans? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching Channel 1520 News. This is Kayla Perry signing off. I can just redo the conclusion again if you want to.
Yeah, you can just go ahead.
Today on 1520 News, we learned about the tail and spinal cord regeneration in geckos. The site where the tail breaks off undergoes wound healing and regeneration of the tail that involves cell proliferation, tissue differentiation, and eventually the reestablishment of a replacement